The basis of all suffering is, what do you guys think it is? I'm super curious. And the reason why I'm not going to say it right this second, because I want you guys to guess at it. And now what I'm going to say is not a fact or anything. This is just something I've read in a book. And this is something that Buddha believes. And something that I believe too. Like as soon as I started implementing this into my life, I realized that this is the absolute basis of all suffering. But before that, I want you guys to take a guess at it. So take a guess, write it in the comments. Before I get to say what it actually is, just take a guess. The basis of all suffering is what? What do you think it is? What do you think it is? So when I heard this, at first I was kind of skeptical. I was like, I'm not sure if this makes much sense. But then I started thinking about it more. And I started practicing this in my life. And I realized that it's so fucking true. It's insane. Okay, so I'm going to tell you now. So if you haven't taken a guess yet, or if you don't want to take a guess and write it in the comments, just take a guess in your mind. Or you can write it in the comments, whatever. It doesn't really matter. But the basis of all suffering is attachment. Okay, so what do I mean by that? What does that even mean? That's what I was thinking when I first read that. The basis of all suffering is attachment. Now, attachment can mean so many different things. For example, it could be emotional attachment to your dog, your girlfriend, your wife, your mother, your father. It doesn't matter who it is. If you're attached to a certain idea or a certain person in a way where you're kind of you're being pulled towards that, you're so, or let's say, for example, you're attached with your poker results or your poker EV, right? For those of you who play poker. So if you're attached in that way, it's going to cause suffering. So how do you not cause suffering? That's the question. So whenever you're suffering or you're feeling a lot of pain in your life, it's usually, almost always, you're attached to a certain something. Whether it be maybe an identity that you believe about yourself and something that you want to believe about yourself. And let's say it's being threatened in some way, somebody said something to you and you're so attached to what they were saying. You're so in your head about what did they say? What do they think about me? You're attached to what they thought about you or something like that. Okay? Or you could be, you're so attached to, let's say, a dog. Let's say you have a dog and you're so attached to the dog. And you're attached in such a way that it's unhealthy in a way because you're always thinking about the dog, or let's say you have a kid and you're attached in such a strong way. I'm not telling you not to be attached to your kids if you have them, but you have to learn the concept of letting go and detaching. It's so, so, so important. And I'm going to explain a little bit why now in a second. As soon as you realize that you're feeling pain or you're suffering, and you kind of think to yourself, immediately think to yourself, what idea or thing am I attached to feel this way? What idea or thing am I attached to? As soon as you do it, start to feel the separation between yourself and that thing. Detach, slowly just kind of detach from it. Let go of it. Let go of this idea, this thing, or this rule, or whatever you have in your mind that you're kind of holding on to, you're resisting it, you're kind of going with it, right? Lean back, detach from it, separate yourself from it. See how you feel. You don't have to take my word for it. Just do it yourself. Because every single time you're feeling pain, you are attached to some idea. Trust me. There's something inside you that's bugging you, and you're trying to resist it or forcefully like let go of it, be like, I don't care about that, like blah, blah, blah. But that's not the way you really let go. The only way to let go is to realize the separation that you have with this thing that you're attached to. Realize that you can detach, and that's okay. So I'm super curious, like a super simple concept here. Very curious to see how you guys do with this, and if you try it, and let me know if it works, or if it's something you can think about right now in your life that you're kind of like is bothering you, and you practice this idea of detachment and this realization that the basis of all suffering is attachment. If you start practicing that, how are you going to feel? So try to do that right now with something like maybe an area of your life you're struggling with. Just detach from your feelings towards that thing, and just feel yourself just pulling away, like further and further. Go back instead of like trying to attach and come forward with it. And let me know how you guys feel. Let me know what you guys think of this concept. Let me know if you guys agree that the basis of all suffering is attachment. It's not a fact, obviously. This is just something Buddha believes in, and it's something I believe in as well. So let me know what you guys think. I'm super curious to hear all your thoughts here.